Hello and welcome back. In today's video, I'm here to talk about should Luton splash the cash or play it safe in this summer transfer window. It's a topic that's been spoken about since the end of last season amongst the Luton Town fan base. Some fans want Luton to spend money, and because we're getting the second sum of parachute payments and because we've already sold some players, there's definitely some money to be played with. We are in a very good financial position. So, I want to talk about this because I do have a strong opinion regards to Luton spending money. So I thought, why don't I talk about this in a little bit more detail? It was brought up in my live stream this morning. So I'm here to talk about it in a little bit more detail. Before I do, can we smash the like button? Let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the video comments about this. Do you believe Luton should splash the cash this summer? Or would you like Luton to make the right decisions? If there's a player out there which you think Luton should spend money on, then do it, but don't overspend. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers before the season starts. We are really close. I make Luton and EFL content. So, let's talk about the current situation regarding the summer window so far. So, we've signed two players on a free transfer in Cal Naismith and also Saville. Both senior players, both have dropped from Championship to League One. They would be on decent wages because you don't drop from Championship to League One to be on small wages. And also there was sell-on fees in that. Of course, not massive amount of money, but there was still some money spent on those two players. The third summer signing which we made was Jake Richards from Exeter. Yes, that is labelled as a free transfer, but we still had to pay some sort of money towards him because Exeter require an academy fee, service fee for the years developing him and training him and the fact that he's gone through their academy. So they are required to receive some sort of payment, and that has to be agreed between Exeter and Luton. So there definitely would be some sort of fee involved. We've done this in the past. We got Jack Stacey from Reading and we had to pay some sort of fee. They can be really small or they can be quite high. The figure could be anything. Trent, who left Liverpool, ended up going to Real Madrid for £10 million. So that's just one example. But this could be easily £500,000, 100k, 50k. It could be anything. So some money was spent in bringing Jake Richards to the football club. If we have a look at past seasons, so before the Premier League, we did spend money wisely. Under Nathan Jones, if we were going to spend money, it had to be on the right player. And most of the time under Nathan Jones, we did get it right. He was very, very good with his recruitment. I remember spending money on the likes of James Collins from Crawley, Luke Berry from Cambridge, Morris from Barnsley. So Nathan got a lot right, and it helps when you've got the right recruitment in place, the right type of, I guess, tick boxes when bringing a player to the club. However, since promotion to the Premier League, I don't think we've spent our money wisely. I think certain players which we signed during the Premier League season have of course not worked out, and it's come across as a waste of money. And then in the Championship season just gone, it did come out by the board that we were getting overcharged by agents and by other clubs because everyone knew we had money from the Premier League and we were not willing to go above our transfer financial structure, which I completely understand. But unfortunately, because the club didn't maybe increase that gap in our financial structure, we paid the price massively because we didn't bring the right players through the door in the summer, which resulted in relegation. But then in the January transfer window just gone, we signed Asgard for a couple of £1 million, Ali for a couple of million. We brought in Nordas for some money. We also managed to bring in Christ Makosso, Fane. So we have spent money recently. Also Isaiah Jones. So yeah, we have spent money recently in this calendar year. But in this current summer transfer window, we have not splashed the cash, which has been reported. We have not spent millions of pounds on players. Now, this is how I see it. I don't care if we spend £5 on a player. I just want the right characters in. That could cost £5, that could cost £5 million. As long as we bring in the right players through the door, that is what I care about. I want, when we play against AFC Wimbledon on the first game of the season, not having to worry because we are light in a certain position. We have got cover everywhere which we need, and we are very strong in all departments. If we are not strong in all departments and we lack cover in a particular position, I will not be happy, because that means we have been slow in our recruitment, and that does mean we have not been proactive enough in bringing the right players through the door. We might not bring certain players through the door because at this moment in time, we've got quite a big squad. So we do need players to leave first. Our squad is massive. We still need a couple more players to leave the football club. As I'm recording this video, Reece Burke is another player rumoured to be leaving to join Charlton. But even if he does go, we still need a couple more players to leave in order for us to sign players. Otherwise, we're going to be paying players wages and they're not even going to be playing a game of football, which will then put us in a horrible financial position because we'll be overspending on players which we're not even using, which I don't want us to do. Now, of course, I want Luton to bring the right players through the door. So if a player, has a transfer value of, £1 million, but we value him at 500k. Yes, I then would like Luton to actually, come on, why don't we meet their asking price? Because it's not too much for us to actually spend. So, yes, I want Luton to bring the right players through the door, but at the same time, I don't want football clubs to take full advantage of us. I feel like the likes of Wycombe with Richard Kone in the recent January transfer window, they were taking the mick out of us. They were turning down £7 million for Richard Kone. Richard Kone wasn't worth more than £5 million. And that's what some clubs are going to do to us because they know we've got money. So we have got to do our business very smart. We can't entertain these football clubs that want to take the mick and overcharge us for their players. If they're only overcharging a little bit, then I think we need to just look at ourselves in the mirror and go, actually, let's just pay the fee and take the hit on this one. But at the same time, don't overpay, as we're more likely going to overpay on players the longer the window goes and later we get into August. So we need to be careful on that. Right now for me, I think Luton need a left back, we need a striker, we also need a wide attacking player, whether he plays on the left or on the right. And also we need an answer to the right back position, because are we going to play 3 at the back? Are we going to play 4 at the back? If we're playing 4 at the back, we definitely need another right back because Isaiah Jones is a lot better further forward and we only have Walters to play in that right back role. So we're looking at another 3 to 4 players in my opinion. I don't think we need any more than that because we're quite stacked in plenty of areas, but there are definitely some weaknesses within our squad. Yes, we have received money from certain players, from the likes of Thomas Kaminski, from the likes of Morris, Hashi, and also Asgard. Yes, it's fantastic to have that sort of money, and yes, I understand why fans want us to reinvest that money into new transfers. But what could happen is we could spend big on a player, get overcharged, and that player might not work out. And then fans will still moan at the board for not bringing the right players through the door. That's why it reverts back to what I said at the start. I don't care how much we spend, just get the right characters, get the right players through the door. If you get the right players through the door with the right type of character and be part of a really good culture within a dressing room, good things can happen. And that's exactly what happened under Nathan Jones. We need to go back to that. We go back to that, we'll be successful. If we carry on acting like we have done in the previous seasons, then of course we're not going to be successful. I don't think we're going down. I think that is a little bit over dramatic, but I do understand why people want Luton to spend money. But if we can get players through the door and they give us exactly what we need at a much cheaper rate, that's not us being cheap, that's just us being a little bit clever actually and going, well, we can get this player 500 grand cheaper, or we can get this player on a free transfer and he gives us X, Y and Z exactly the same as this player that costs £3 million. So hopefully we just get the right players through the door, whether they are free or if they cost a couple of million. So that's how I view it. Let me know what you think down in the video comments. Like I say, If we do spend money, then great. If we don't, I'm not going to sulk about it as long as we get the right players through the door and we are not in a poor position when we play against AFC Wimbledon. We still have a few more weeks left until that day. I'm expecting more ins and outs. Matt Bloomfield has said that transfer business will still be happening after AFC Wimbledon, which is a little bit frustrating, but at the same time, you can't force other clubs to buy our players, so we might be in a position where we have to wait 1 or 2 to leave the football club, which won't happen until later on in the window. Smash that like button for me, guys. If you're new, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.